People buy farmland for many reasons, like crops cultivation, livestock, pastureland, homesteading, timber production, and more. However, it can also serve as a great investment in the long run, as most farmlands usually appreciates over time. The United States is home to almost 894 million acres of farmland, out of which 27% is arable, while the rest of it can be utilized for ranching and other farming motives. Prices of farmland in all of its states varies a lot, with some states in the Northeast going as high as $20,000 per acre, while on the flip side, prices of farmland in the West and Southeast are much cheaper and can go for as low as $900 for an acre of farmland. So in this video, we've ranked the cheapest states to buy farmland in the United States. All of these are ranked according to their median price per acre, which is accumulated by the recent report done by the United States Department of Agriculture. Furthermore, for the sake of reference, we'll also mention the year-on-year appreciation rate of all the states mentioned in this video. But bear in mind, we haven't taken tax rates into account while ranking these, because most states impose different taxes. Overall, all of these states are unique in their own way. Some offer good cultivatable land with great irrigation system, while others offer barren and remote farmlands. But in the end, the best place to invest depends upon the buyer's specific goals and priorities. Number 15. Oregon. Oregon is one of the country's most geographically diverse states. It boasts everything from dense, lush forests and volcanoes to crystal clear lakes, mountains, and Pacific coastline. People often move to an Oregon meadow to retreat from the hustle and bustle of modern life. Most of the listed farmland in this state is in its western and southern parts. It's always been the premier destination for timber production and export, but thanks to its fertile soil and diverse topography, it's very easy to grow many crops throughout the state. Oregon is also a great state for those involved in the livestock, fishing, and vineyard industries. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, its average price per acre for farmland is about $3,040, with a year-on-year appreciation of almost 9%. However, these prices can fluctuate greatly depending on the region and type of farmland. Number 14. West Virginia. Situated entirely in the Appalachian region, West Virginia is known as the Mountain State. The terrain is almost entirely mountainous. The biggest industry in the Mountain State is coal mining, which contributes 98% of West Virginia's growth. But still, 24% of land in this state is characterized as farmland, and most of it is underdeveloped and quite cheap. On top of this, the state permits homesteading, and the buyer also owns the mineral rights, which means investors buying farmland here own the right to extract minerals from underneath their property. The median price for an acre of farmland is estimated at $3,000, and the year-on-year appreciation rate is roughly at 8%. On the downside, West Virginia is known for shallow, acidic soil, which is not ideal for growing crops. Nonetheless, areas near river floodplains is more fertile, and it can be a great place to raise livestock. Number 13. Mississippi. For those looking to buy farmland in the southern part, Mississippi often gets a consideration as it ranks high in terms of producing agricultural goods and livestock. In addition, its farmland is quite valuable due to its proximity and natural wildlife, fishing opportunities, and gorgeous Gulf Coast beaches. Currently, an acre of decent farmland in Mississippi is going for around $3,000, and over the last couple of years, the price of farmland in the Magnolia State has been increasing by a rate of 6% annually. So those investing in farmland for long term can certainly hold it and resell it later for profit. But bear in mind, not all farmland appreciates in Mississippi, as there are some areas where instead of increasing prices, have depreciated. Number 12. Maine. Known for its jagged coastline and heavily forested timberland, Maine is the most northeastern U.S. state and one of the least densely populated. The state leads the nation in wild blueberry production and ranks second for maple syrup, but potatoes lead the way as its largest crop. Much of the farmland in Maine is extremely secluded and remote, with no signs of civilization in sight. Also, most of its listed farmland is in large parcels, which can lower the price per acre, even though the total asking price may be considered relatively high comparatively. According to the recent survey, median price for an acre of farmland is about $2,800 to $3,000, with a high appreciation rate of 10%. Number 11. Utah. Consisting of stunning natural parks and a variety of wildlife, Utah is a great state for outdoor enthusiasts. A large amount of the state is made up of rugged terrain, arid deserts, and other challenging landscapes. Because of this, cheap farmland is vacant in many parts of the state, especially in the extreme outbacks. However, most of that land is barren and is not suitable for cropping. But despite this, it can be used for producing top agricultural commodities such as cattle, dairy products, and other livestock projects. As a whole, the median price for an acre of farmland in Utah is estimated around $2,800 with a yearly appreciation rate of 7.3%. Number 10. Texas. Most of the buyers who are looking to create a farm or a ranch consider Texas as their main interest. Although prices have been increasing in recent years, especially for cropland, it's still one of the best states for those looking to buy arable land thanks to its lengthy hot seasons and lack of overcast weather. The state also provides generous property tax exemptions for specific farmers and ranchers, which are not available to those buying residential land or commercial real estate, making farmland in this state even more attractive. On the flip side, listing prices of land through the state are quite different. After all, it is the second largest state by land. But as a whole, the median price for an acre of farmland is around $2,700 with an annual appreciation rate of 11%. Number 9. Kansas. With a perfect topography, extensive agricultural system, and climate, Kansas is definitely one of the most appealing states to buy farmland in the USA. The state is one of the most productive regarding grain production and wheat farming. The farmland for sale in Kansas is some of the most sought-after rural lands in the country, with median price for an acre coming in at around $2,600. This value continues to increase each year, with irrigated farmland increasing about 25% from the previous year, which is the highest rate of annual appreciation in the whole country. Most people speculate that its price per acre will increase even more in the upcoming year due to increased grain prices and strong demand for agricultural products. Additionally, owning farmland in Kansas is great for multiple types of investments, including leasing your land for hunting rights, leasing it for farming rights, timber sale, and even camping rentals. Number 8. South Dakota. South Dakota can be a challenging, chilly, and isolated place to live, but the state has a rich agricultural history and cheap, plentiful farmland. In fact, it has always ranked in the top 5 best states in the U.S. regarding high farm income. Paired with a lower than average cost per acre of farmland of around $2,600 per acre, it's possible to squeeze a lot of value out of an investment in the Mount Rushmore state. Agriculture is also this state's #1 industry, with major field crops and cattle being the preferred products. The abundance of state parks also works to the farmer's benefit, with pollution hardly being a concern at all, though most of its cheap farmland was snatched up long ago, but still it boasts vacant land that is comparatively inexpensive. Number 7. Oklahoma. Living up to its musical reputation, Oklahoma is a great place to start farming or homesteading, with inexpensive land, relatively relaxed regulations, a long growing season, and a number of farming organizations. It currently sits at the lowest cost per acre among the best states for buying farmland in the US, so this is another state with farmland to invest in at a low price point. That said, farm income is also relatively low in Oklahoma, but it does have the rural infrastructure and developed farmland communities needed to support growth. Moreover, its annual appreciation rate has also seen a sudden surge with a last year increase of almost 11%. All in all, it's a top producer of wheat and cattle, so it's a great place to invest in wheat, cropland, and ranch land. Number 6. North Dakota. Another state that produces some of the highest farm income in the US, North Dakota is a top producer of dry beans and honey. Its soil allows for versatility, so there are many options available for cultivation here. Plus, buying farmland is even cheaper in North Dakota than South Dakota, making it one of the best states when it comes to return on investment, with respect to the state's well-developed agricultural infrastructure. The average price of farmland real estate per acre is a bit above $2,000, which is almost 45% lower than the national average. And when it comes to its year-on-year appreciation rate, it clocks at around 12%. In addition, the state is very relaxed in terms of water rights, zoning rules, and permit requirements compared to other states. Number 5. Colorado. Mountainous Colorado makes for beautiful scenery and ski slopes, but the state's geography can somewhat make farming and homesteading enticing. Despite the rugged terrain, there are plenty of rural acres and meadows for farmland to invest in. In fact, Colorado is home to 32 million acres of farmland and almost 40,000 farms that are well known for many agricultural and livestock industries, including milk and cattle. On average, the land prices in Colorado are almost half of the national land prices. An acre of land for pasture averages at $900 compared to its median price of $1,800 for an acre overall. On top of this, the state laws are generous when it comes to zoning. Even fencing is not required, and livestock can roam free and graze wherever they like. Number 4. Nevada. Known for its desert landscape and its gambling tourism industry, the Silver State has a long legacy of ranching and boasts many opportunities to support this lifestyle. Although it can be difficult to grow crops in Nevada because of the range of harsh climates from freezing mountains to the blistering desert, however, choosing the right crops, area, and irrigation system is certainly possible. But ranching and raising livestock is the main point of interest for those opting to buy farmland in Nevada. Its ranches may be few in number, but they rank third in the nation in size. Typically, the median price for an acre of farmland is about $1,100, with a year-on-year appreciation rate of under 5%. Number 3. Montana. From wilderness preserves to Glacier National Park to the Rocky Mountains, Montana's land hosts abundance of natural resources. Agriculture is its biggest industry, and the state is quite literally built around farming. The median price per acre here is roughly $1,000, with a year-on-year appreciation rate of 8%. This is great news for anyone who is considering to invest or start a new farm in this region. Plus, the land is fertile and can be used for either ranching or cultivation. That means the land also holds the potential for appreciation. So even if you don't plan on settling in Montana, it's a place where you can make money out of the investment. Number 2. Wyoming. Home to almost 30 million acres of farmland and almost 12,000 farms, Wyoming is a state with plenty of wide open spaces and where farming has always been a way of life for generations. It's been attracting land buyers and ranchers for quite a while now. The main reason for that is its low property taxes and no state income tax. All of this combined makes it a great investment for those seeking high returns. On average, an acre of farmland in Wyoming will cost about $850, which is less than 1/4 of the national average. Livestock-based farming does particularly well in this state, as it's an open range state. This means that vast areas of Wyoming land are open to livestock grazing, regardless of land ownership. Number 1. New Mexico. Although New Mexico's geography is surprisingly diverse and includes forested mountains, fertile valleys, and grasslands, much of the state is made up of desert land. Because of this, it can be a challenging place to start growing crops on a farm. Nevertheless, the network of local producers is strong, and it's a great place to graze and raise livestock. According to the Department of Agriculture, the median cost per acre for New Mexico farmland is $710. With the cheapest farmland in the U.S., there are also many opportunities to experiment with different farming and homesteading projects without breaking the bank.